good day so far. Hope you're doing good. Um, see what we got. What we looking at? Coming to you live tonight. Starting with a little basketball. See where y'all at. Live stream, live stream. See what we got going on. Hope everybody doing good. Hope everybody feeling good. See what's up. It's gonna be on for a little while. Just heard the news about Gladys Knight. Think she's in the hospital. I want to send some prayers to her thoughts. One of my favorite artists ever. So anyway, if you watched the game last night, the Celtics spanked the Lakers last night. I know you out there. Don't be afraid. LeBron's out for a couple weeks. Luca got toe up last night, got his pockets peeled. So let's see what you out here. Played against somebody last night. Actually got out of the state of California. Actually played against a legit team and trailed and got beat. JJ Reddick was back to. This is what we expected. So we'll see if that honeymoon is over with the Lakers. We're gonna find out though, but let's see what we're working with. Thank you so much. How you doing? I don't even know what YouTube SFE mean, but appreciate you coming through. Where you coming from? And thank you. I'm always glad to see new faces and new places. So thank you for the support. Um, it's always a great honor to have new people coming through and that they're enjoying the content. So thank you so much. I put in the efforts and I appreciate everyone that comes through to support. And again, okay, cool, cool. Okay, you're not that far from. Okay, cool, cool, cool. UK. Okay. How's your night going? And have you had dinner yet? I'm just curious. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate that. It's great to see someone coming through, and I just got through having some cereal, some breakfast, so feel pretty good now. So thank you. It's always good to hear from folks and stuff. Appreciate everyone coming through. And please hit the likes and conversation and welcome aboard and wherever we'll be here for about. We're gonna see what kind of people come through in the conversation today. I'll try to make it like maybe an hour. We'll see. Give me an hour. We can make it happen. going on in these channels in these streets. So feel free to converse and let me know what we're working with. Just in chill mode right now, though. But anyway, thank you for coming through. I'm going to. I got to get some more folks to come to the tip. Hello, how you doing? Where you coming from tonight? Let me know. How's your night going? How's your day going? Feel free to comment and tell what's on your mind. Where you coming from? Welcome thoughts and comments, and let me know where you coming from tonight. Let's see. I got one that's saying yes, the Celtics will repeat. One thing they played like that last night. The defense was on point. That's the best, but it could be just who they playing. That's all I look at it. What's happening? How you doing? Tell me where you're coming from and give me a little insight. Let's go. Let's talk. I still think OKC and Cleveland the best two teams I've seen overall, but Boston got a chance though. They got a chance. Got a chance. The thing about it is LeBron is out for a period of time that could work against them because then you got to work yourself back into the mix. And so you missing a couple weeks. If you miss 4 or 5 games, you got to consider it's like eight. Uh, Anything could be dicey. So we'll see. We'll see. But they, the Celtics are a team that they could go crazy and they could also, depends on how they play. I know. So, welcome aboard. So feel free, let me know where you're coming from. We're looking forward to everybody's coming through. Tell me what you want to talk about and what you see cool. Same, bro. I don't know what that means. Because you wanted the same with the one that's above at first. I have no idea of knowing nothing. But if you like the channel, please hit the like button. Smash up that like. where we know that you're in. We're making sure that you're in the right place. So hit that like button. How's everybody's day going? Wherever you're in the world, welcome. If it's still afternoon, early evening, late evening, or next day, thank you for coming through. Well, we'll see. We'll be here for a little while. See what we're working with. Thank you for coming through. And feel free to give me thoughts and comments. See how everybody's doing. See what we're working with. Imagine people are having, it's kind of low key today. People out and about. So, thought I'd come on in here. Probably be on for about another 15, 20 minutes. Let's see what we're getting. Let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. I'll be here as long as I see anybody coming through. Sometimes take people a little time to get in. So, see what we got. About having a good day so far. Interesting Sunday. It's been the weather's been pretty good. Depends on where you are in the country and the world. Hope your Sunday has been good. That you're relaxing. And that right, you're doing good. We're gonna see what's going on. Please hit that like. Please take that poll question if you happen to be on. Let me know. Let me know. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go do some disappearing for just a second. Mm. I got a few people coming through. Again, probably the notifications didn't go out, so we're gonna see what's up. I come on here and do a live stream. We just waiting and see. Just waiting and seeing. Just chilling right now. So we're gonna give it a couple more. We'll give it about probably 10 more minutes. I figure about half hour. I don't know. If more people want to talk, let's start to come on through. Yeah, just chilling. So I am back. Had to make a quick stop. See if anybody come back. It's been pretty low key tonight. Mm, okay. Think I'll do like another 10 minutes. Nice and steady. Mm. Okay, okay. That's struggling like a pretty low key night. And I get it. Some nights it ain't meant to happen. Some nights it is. It's just one of those things. Anyway, hope everybody doing good. I'll probably be on for about I do like 8 more minutes. Things could be kind of hit and miss, but we're trying a few different things. Hope you're doing all right out here. Should be comfortable. Mm. Just waiting to see if anybody got anything to say. Gone pretty quiet, so we'll see. Okay. Just gonna wait. See if anybody got any commentary, any thoughts. Let's see. Hold on, let me see something real quick. This cat. Okay, I got what I needed. Another person responded. 67% saying the Celtics. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me do some real quick. What's happening, Charlene? Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cause I was getting ready to just about call it a night, cause ain't nobody was coming through. So let's talk for about 35 more minutes. Good. You go. You go for 35 more minutes. If you go for 35 more minutes, give me a one. If you're not, give me a two. Okay, cool. I'll keep you on for about 35 more minutes. Cool. How you doing today? What's up? How you living? How you living? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope you had a good weekend. Holla at your boy. Let me know what's up. Holla. Please hit that like too, by the way. Anybody coming on, please hit that like. Let me know what's on your mind. Let's talk. We're trying to do the thing, so let's see what's up. If you're on, let's go. I will be here for a while. If I know people are gonna be here around this time, it's the time I'll be coming. So great question. Oh God. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use that for a future episode when I do one of my live videos. If you still watch my videos, I'll give you a shout out for that one. Let me do that. 60s to 90s. I'll answer it here, but then I'll do it in a video. That's a great one. See, this is what happens when you come on here. You can give me these good questions and I get inspired. Um, I'm going to say 2000s to 2025, and I'll tell you why. At least with the 60s to the 90s, you still had the format of radio. You still had the format of artistry. You still had the format that you had time to kind of get it together and all that. The last 25 years of music, I would say we went to ringtone, file sharing, um, reality artistry, and you did still have albums come out. Still there was CDs, tapes, etc. But with the file sharing, everything changed with technology. It hits and feels different. The last 25 years feels like 1 year combined. It feels like there's a handover full of people, if you know what I mean. So I think it was drastic. Um, Artists used to dominate the 60s to the 90s, 2000s to 220 to 25. It's almost like you don't really see that kind of. I mean, hip hop has had some of it. You saw a little bit with 50. What's happening? How you doing? You saw a little bit with Eminem's run. You know, you have seen runs, but you haven't seen people dominate where they got to, you know. So I think it changed in that regard. Plus, also, let's be realistic. You have no more bands and R&B, pop acts, teen acts, etc. So it's a different machine. Yeah, pop music, gospel. I think the biggest thing is the gospel. I think that's what's missing in the modern R&B, the gospel. And I think that You don't get to see artists working out those kinks to get better and tighten up. That's the difference too. Back in the day, you get to cut your chops a lot longer. You don't get to cut. You went from making 3 to 5 albums before you found your way to now 3 to 5 songs. That's how different it is. So I think that's where I'm going with that. So I think that's the biggest thing. Because you still had acts that were still trying different things and sounds and tones. So yeah, that one was far more advanced than what you've seen in the last 25 years. Mm-hmm. I think. I don't think it's up for discussion, personally. I just don't see it. Okay. Come on back. Let me know where you is. Please hit that like up too. Well, he came around in an era where you had A&R, you had songwriters, you had staffs, you had people that challenged you. You had, uh, yeah. Well, he was an anomaly. That ain't the norm. He's one of the rarest. Yeah, he's rare. Yeah, you got artists who've had long careers. That didn't mean that they were able to, to switch their lanes. They just kind of stuck around. But I know what you mean by him. He was a rarity. That's why he's the most dominant artist of my lifetime. Because you could put him in any style and it would hit. That's what people always want to say. He was an entertainer, and they don't want to give him his due. You got to be something special. No, they're not challenged because you don't have songwriters. Like think about where Michael Jackson was. He was with Motown Records. So you had Holland Dozier Holland, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Norman Whitfield. Okay, you had people who could write, who could play. Barry Gordy's he's the greatest record man ever. That man know hits from a country mile. So when you got those kind of peers and teachers and challenge and that competition, it's gonna either make or break you, and real fast. It just so happens he was a hardworking cat that stayed on the grind. They get people once the video era took over and they started manipulating things. People don't have the same standard, so it became producer driven. Now you still get some artists here and there that still got the goods, but you can't compare it to the old school. You can't and people don't like it when you say it because they think, well, you changing your way. That's not it. I welcome when people are good. It's just that the standards were so strong back then, and people put a foot into making a record and they try to outdo you. You can't compare an era that had those kind of talents. You can't. You can't. People were trying to exceed. They were on a standard. Most of it. Most, most. I mean, I know where you're going at with it, but most. There was some who weren't. But the thing is, the quality records. Well, actually, to be honest with you, in all due respect, that started in the '80s. You see, because that formula, watching MTV, remember reading an interview with Prince, and he said, people coming here cheering in the wrong places. They went to go see Purple Rain, and you end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's why he ended up despising that tour. You end up doing the same thing, same thing. Michael has to wear the Thriller jacket, Madonna has to wear the wedding gown, Prince has to wear the purple coat. People expect you to land in the same spot with the same imagery. It's like the video. And when you don't do it, and so that's what you end up doing. You're pantomiming. So that happened back then. That's not nothing new. I can tell you plenty of stories in the 80s where people were like that. But the difference is they could play and sing. You could always tell the ones who, you know. Because when the video made everything about the head to toe, and it did shape the course of what you see today, for better or for except difference, you still had to keep a cut. They don't require to keep a cut today, though. That's the difference. But it's been that way. It's nothing new. You had fake acts back in the 80s, Milli Vanilli, CNC Music Factory, which went to the 90s. Paul Abdul, non singing butt, was sold to Jennifer Lopez's non singing butt sold. So it ain't nothing new. The difference is that you had better totality of songs and people that were challenging. That was the difference. That's what we got the difference. And it's hard to tell somebody who, if you didn't see it or understand, because ain't nothing new under the sun, but they could manipulate as much as they can. And today's people are not even just lazy, it's just a sorry excuse for the industry. So nowadays it's kind of like whatever. Oh, that's why you get busters like not Lil Nas X who fizzled after what, through 2 or 3 years, had a big old song, an old country road, and now he can't even play but a country road, half of that. So that's just what's up. But that's what people are right now. So that's what we're dealing with. But nothing has changed. I want to get that emphasized. It's not changed. I'd like to tell you that it's somehow different, but it ain't really changed much. Because I was coming along back in the day and they always like push button music then. Well, again, he was an anomaly. He's he's one of one. There's a handful of people like that. A handful. But you gotta remember something. He paid a price for it. He made it look a certain way, but you see the difference is that he came in a different era where it was all or nothing. Axe used a hit album or a hit song or something, and it was a total different ball game. And you can't really compare that to what he went through because his situation was completely different. I'm always glad to see someone else holds him in high regard because I do. I do. And I know what he had to go through to get to where he got. I get it. But that was a different hit. Different hit. People ain't gonna know about it. Excuse me. They're not gonna know about it because you're in a more with the digital era and technology. It's not the same. Not the same. I think it's because they want somebody they feel like can touch, where it doesn't seem remote. And that was a very extreme era. The sacrifices he had to go to get to where he got, that was extreme. But that had to do with the industry and the politics. Mm-hmm. continue to hit and like. Appreciate it. So I think that because of some of the instances with his personal life, I think that's why some people are harboring like what they do. But if they strictly stick to the music and the impact, well, they don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because that's why they have to create this blow everybody up. And again, let me use hip hop. They still talking about Tupac as a measuring stick. Still talking about Biggie. So things hit differently. They hit differently. They hit differently. It's like recently with everything with Luther Vandross. Yeah, it hits different. You can get somebody to get up there and sing, but it's another when they put it like they put it. So it's just different. Yeah, I know what Trick Daddy was saying. It's hard to explain when you ain't experienced it. It's kind of like with basketball. And though I don't put Michael Jordan as the number one player ever and all that, the way he played compared to LeBron James, it's different, way different. And when you done seen things a certain way, it's way different. It's not even the same. Okay, please come on through. Let me know where you are. For just a little while longer. Anybody's don't want to keep hitting the like, hit the poll question. Feel free. So just gonna wait and see what we're working with. Mm-hmm. We can make a case for Stevie Wonder. Nobody made more consecutive great albums. He was a child artist. He's a musical ambassador. He changed the sound with music, production, arrangement, and every time someone transitions, he's always there. He's like the last one standing. Make a strong case for Stevie Wonder. Um, there's a lot. There's depends on how you want to look at the scope of it. mean, the greatest is depends on who you talk to. Some people look at Prince as because of his instrumentation. I'll say this: if Prince had a stopped in the '80s, he could have had a strong case because as a live performer, he was tight. But he put too many hit and runs run for me, too many hit and miss records, too many projects that were kind of scattered. But his '80s run was something else. Make a strong case for Miles Davis, incredible, changed the course of music. It depends on who you want to talk about. Um, Aretha Franklin changed the course of music. You make strong case for her. Whitney Houston, impactful. Some might say Marvin Gaye. He had a strong catalog, strong songs, strong artist. Some might say Luther Vandross. He's underappreciated songwriter. You could definitely make a case for that man because James Brown, from head to toe, uh, no, he was a band leader. He was a band leader. If you read his band, he led that band. Hey, the all the staccatos that he did with his voice and arrangements, those were licks. If you ever seen the movie Get On Up, um, you'd see how his voice was used as a percussive instrument. The late Chadwick Boseman did a great job, and he would lead all the chants with his voice. In fact, he was a precursor to Michael. So, if you understand about 4/4 time with music and rhythm, James Brown, you could make a strong case for Sly Stone too, because his musicality, Sly and the Family Stone, changed the course. To make a strong case for Jimi Hendrix, because his innovations and the way he played, etc. And they still trying to play like him to this day. So there are people you can make a case for. Earth, Wind, and Fire musically is a band, strong case. The Beatles, strong case for what they did as songwriters, I think. Um, so it all depends on what bag you're coming out of. Yeah, I mean, I like the Beatles for the songwriting, and they were different for their time, so I give them they do. Hendrix stood out, and he did so much in such a short fuse. It was amazing. So, mhm. But you could say the same about Frank Sinatra. His tone, his phrasing, he had a uniqueness about him. Some people feel that way about Billie Holiday. Depends on what artist we're talking about. Music is very subjective. You gotta be willing to give up something to get something there, though. So, okay. Now, all music ain't great music. It's either good or bad. Duke Ellington once said it's either good or bad. It's not all great. No, that's a cop out to say that. I don't. I have to disagree with Teddy Riley on that. Mm, a lot of people know they're making disposable music. A lot of people know they're working with acts that ain't got no business in the studio. They ain't got no business in front of a karaoke machine, but that ain't stopping them. I wish it was all great. got a few more minutes before I'm gonna call it here. I will be back tomorrow probably. If you're gonna be on later, let me know. If you're gonna be on early, let me know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a day in just a second because nobody's gonna come through. Thank you, Charlene, for coming through, for hanging on, making it worth almost an hour. Appreciate that. And if anybody wants to come on, please hit me up and let me know if you want to do a live chat, live stream. We can do these things. That way I'll know. Oh, you won't be on early or late tomorrow, Charlene? Okay. All right. I will be back tomorrow. So hopefully we'll see. I might do a two for tomorrow. It's gonna be a see if I depends on what kind of stream I'm doing. So we'll see what's going on. Let's see. See what we got going on. Let me know which way you want it tomorrow. Just gonna kick in just a minute. Let's see what I work on first time. Hmm. We'll see. Okay, I'll be on for that. Got one more minute. See if anybody want to come on. Got anything else left to say? All right. I give it another minute. All right. We're gonna call it now because I don't think anybody else is gonna come through. Unless somebody else comes through. I've been here for a minute, so we have a little bit of action. We'll try to come back tomorrow. I understand good weather. It's hard to come online, so we'll see. Anyway, appreciate it when it came through. Thank you, Charlene, for making it worth the while. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Oh, what time is good for you? Early or late? Early or late? Let me know real quick. Early or late? Um, you like this time or do you like earlier? Okay. Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. All right, fine. So, all right, cool. See you tomorrow. Peace and the best. I'm out.